Okay, what up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully one of your favorite YouTubers. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my bossing build for Kyle. Several of you have asked for this, and I am delivering it today. I will try and run through this video as quickly as possible so that I don't bore you. Now, I'm going to save you time on the usual spiel. If you like me as a content creator, link is in the video description. Register me. Don't forget to like the video by hitting the thumbs up, especially if you like my content, you want to see more. If you got spare change, you can hit the 3 dots and send me a super thanks. I am grateful for all of that because that helps keep this channel running since I don't get paid enough just to do TFD content anymore. All right? And if you got no money, that's totally okay. You can actually play my tracks on SoundCloud. All right, and I'm also now a verified artist on Spotify, as well as on all major music platforms like Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon Music, whatever. You play my tracks anywhere, I get paid. But of course, SoundCloud is the best location because SoundCloud gets all my releases early. Before, like the other places, they only get it on a per album basis. All right, so there you go. Let's get into the build. Let's not waste your time. Okay, when it comes to building Kyle's bossing build, basically everything in it is exactly the same as the farming build with just a couple of things shifted around. All right, so I'm just going to go through this with you step by step. Let me take off my camera. Okay, for the bossing build, your reactor is the most important thing. Non-attribute tech reactor, you want to have additional skill attack when attacking Colossus and skill cooldown. Cooldown is important because his fourth skill is has a very, very long cooldown. So that is a bit of a problem. Therefore, you must have cooldown on your reactor. Okay. For your entire external component set, you'll be using exactly what we used in the farming loadout. The Enlightened Mage set gives you skill power for the 2 set effect, and for the 4 set effect, it grants you truth every time you use 3 skills. All right, this is on a 15-second duration, and you cannot refresh the duration until truth expires. So I'm going to show you how to take advantage of this during the boss fight. Okay, we'll go against Lava Citadel. He's not as fast as Ultimate Luna, but it is possible with my new build to get about 1 minute 45 seconds ish. Depends on how hard you hit the boss, but we'll go through that in a second. All right, the non-attribute skill power bonus is important though. So let me go through the roles for the external component stage by stage. For your auxiliary power, please take a screenshot. This is exactly what you need. Make sure you get the core rolls. All right, the max HP defense are the core rolls because a lot of people do not know how to actually roll cores on their external components. If you don't know how to roll cores on your external components, we have guides for that, all right? So please make sure you do that. For the sensor, please take a screenshot. This is what you are going to need, okay? I'm gonna move on in a second after you've taken your screenshot. There you go. For the memory, please take a screenshot. This is what you are going to need. Pay attention once again to the core rolls as well as the option rolls, okay? All of that is shown to you. Great. Let's move on to the processor. For the processor, please take a screenshot. This is the core rolls and the option rolls that you will need, okay? You got all that? Good. For your weapon, the only thing that you need is a secret garden that has the unique ability upgraded to maximum. Why? Pest control will grant you additional skill power per stack, and all of Kyle's skills are tech. Therefore, if he, excuse me, maintains pest control, he will always have additional skill power, which is very useful for your overall damage, all right? So a secret garden with a max unique ability upgrade is important. Next, you are going to need a build for this? Not really. You do not actually need the build for this, nor do you need to worry about the rolls. You can have a blank secret garden as long as the unique ability is upgraded because you do not use your gun in this build except to potentially debuff the Colossus. But I'm going to show you how to play this without debuffing the Colossus, okay? So take note of that. Last but not least, you are going to need Kyle's modules. Now, this is where I'm going to go through it with you. For Kyle's modules, here is what he needs. You see this thing that says Collision Instinct? This is not Collision Instinct. This is actually Superconductive Bombing Mark II. But the name on this module is wrong. So pay attention because the Transcendent module is Collision Instinct. Trigger module is Power Beyond for the additional 15% skill power. All right, so make sure you have that. Then the rest of the build is as above. Okay, make sure you have increased shield, HP conversion, stim accelerant, overwhelming shield. All right, this is how you get plenty of shields to survive. Then for your cooldowns, you're going to need nimble fingers, MP conversion, and make sure you've got focus on tech. All right, this will help out with your damage a little bit. Non-attribute amplification and power increase are where the majority of your damage comes from. And last but not least, we have skill extension so that you can use the bombing for about 3.6 seconds longer, allowing you to fire more bombs, which is pretty darn important, okay? So that is what you will need here. Your fourth skill is on a 26.5 second cooldown with this build, but that is more than enough. All right. I'll show you how to use it in the fight against Lava Citadel. Okay, now here is the meat of the build. You are also going to need the Inversion Reinforcer. What I have for him is Arche Calculation Tactic. This is just a little bit of an additional thing to help you out. It's not really important. Chill focus rounds if you end up firing your gun. I haven't tested the timing differential yet, mostly because I just wanted to pass this build to you. If you don't like using this, then just swap over for Deploy Resonance Device and you will be totally fine with that. Okay, last but not least, this is the only thing that's important in this build: Deploy Hardened Shell, because it will allow you to take less damage. Okay, this is crucial. Okay, Inversion Reinforcer is not as important as the Arche tuning. For your Arche tuning, this is what you are going to need. Please keep in mind that range is not important for Kyle. Okay, because this is a bossing build and the Colossi are massive. You're going to be able to hit them even if your range is not great. So this is what we've got. All right. You will see that the main important thing is to hit enhanced skill power as well as enhanced skill cooldown. And last but not least, your Arche, your mutant cell is final preparation. All right. This will give you a boost for 15 seconds whenever you are using Kyle's fourth skill. And although the cooldown is 30 seconds, that syncs well with Kyle's fourth skill. So final preparation tends to work out pretty well, and I really do like it. But if you've got something better that you want to slot in, then please feel free to advise me. If you can get a lower time with a different mutant cell, feel free to advise me, and I'll happily take your advice on board. Okay. That is everything you will need for this loadout. You do not need to worry about anything else. Let's do a demonstration straight away, okay? Now, this video is done without edits because I'm sure you guys want to see, you know, that I haven't pulled any tricks. We haven't changed the build magically in the background, none of that, all right? We're just going to show you how this build operates. All right. I'm sorry for making this video shorter. I literally just had no time today, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys. I know a lot of you guys want to see it. As soon as the fight starts, just slam 5 of these, all right, to build up your magnetic force. Take note of the buffs on the left-hand side, okay? You want to be very aware now. Make sure you shoot his shield up there, because this will deal continuous damage as it passes through. Now, once you are ready, 1, 2... sync up both your pest control buffs as well as your Enlightened Mage buff. Alright? This gives you the maximum bang for your buck. Then just use Kyle's fourth skill and just blast. Literally just blast Molten Fortress. Oh, Lava Citadel, sorry. That's his name. And then once you're out, you get out. Alright? That is literally his first phase. Okay, once these come up, all you gotta do is just shoulder ram them. And they're done. Okay? So just shoulder ram them. There you go, they're done. Then shoot the shield inside. Alright, just keep going, keep going. Now, once this thing is cooled down, you have to wait for the Enlightened Mage set, alright, to come up again. You want the maximum uptime. So if you want a faster kill time, you can sort of use it on cooldown, but what I usually do is I get 2 charges of this. Okay, good. Then you see my pest control and my Enlightened Mage set are synced up. This gives me the best possible damage when I'm going in. Alright? So there you go. You can get a slightly faster kill time by using your 4th skill on cooldown, but sometimes it doesn't work out that well either. Alright? So just take note of that. I always send the shield through him when I can. There you go. So once again, keep an eye on the cooldown for your 4th skill. You want to make sure to have at least 2 charges ready. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. My 4th skill isn't cooled down yet. There you go. See? That's a mistake right there. This is one of those little mini errors that can cause a lot of problems. Okay? Because you have to sync up the skills. Syncing up the skills is the most important thing. There we go. Oh, damn. I didn't get the Enlightened Mage buff. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I did not get the Enlightened Mage buff, which made me a bit slower there. But there you have it. That's a Kyle run right there. Okay. This is unfortunately a bad run. So he ended up at 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I could rerun it again, but, well, that was unfortunate. The main core issue with this is the desync between this truth skill. I always forget what the name of the skill is called, but actually, let me remove my cam. The truth skill, all right, it cannot be refreshed. So just take note there. Like, for example, 1, 2, 3, truth is triggered, right? Do you see that truth buff? Okay. Even if I press another skill, unlike pest control, which can be refreshed, truth cannot be refreshed. So to sync it up, you have to get it on point so that when you're blasting the target, all right, you have your truth and pest control both up, and then you sort of blast. And the longer the duration you have on your truth skill, the more damage you'll do. So unfortunately, Kyle has a bit of variance in how fast he can kill. I have managed to get timings of about 140, but in order to get the maximum possible timings, well, you're going to have to sync the skills really well. And this is an unfortunate side. If you don't, you end up at about 2 minutes. So there you go. I hope this build helps for those of you that wanted my Kyle bossing build. All right, just showing the reality to you guys. No bugs, no tricks here. All right, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoy my content, consider, all right, helping out the channel. Your super thanks, super chats, and tips are always welcome. But if you don't have money, that's okay. Just play my tracks on any of the music websites, and I'll be grateful to you. All right, catch you later. Have a good one.